Welcome back from that break. Dr. Oluwatosin Olatujoye is a highly esteemed entrepreneur, businessman, and humanitarian with over 2 decades of experience in various fields. His expertise in sales and marketing, negotiation, public speaking, management, human resources, project management and development is highly recognized in the industry, and he is estimated to have a net worth of $350 million, a testament to his success in the business world. Throughout his career, Dr. Olatujoye has demonstrated exceptional leadership skills, commitment to social responsibility, and an unwavering dedication to promoting ethical practices, and has been a role model for others in their field. He is also the group CEO of Xylox Group International. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Dr. Olatujoye. Many thanks for joining me on Business Insight.
All right, thank you for having me.
Africa. It is indeed our pleasure. Well, let's talk about financial planning and specifically why it should be a culture for every potential investor. Let's just break it down. Why does one really need to plan financially?
All right, so first thing you need to understand about finance is that is part of life. So you need to understand financial planning very well, because it's very important when it comes to your day-to-day activities and everything you want to achieve in life. So if you don't have the knowledge of financial planning, then it means that you may not be able to achieve some things that you could have planned easily to achieve for yourself. So, and all these things are things that we want to achieve for ourselves. So without it, I believe it will not be possible.
Okay, fine. You know, you said it should be something like an everyday affair, like a daily routine, but does it really take any formal knowledge, or is it something anyone could just go about doing? For instance, you have a family, and of course, you have to plan how the family would go about their daily, their monthly expenses, or even if you have a small business, you know, do you really need maybe some sort of financial expertise to do financial planning?
All right, so financial planning is like when you are building a house. You know, you want to build a house, you start from foundation to the next level, level of construction, and so on. So when you are trying to achieve something, and you know that thing involves financial goals, or you need to put in finance into it, then there's need for you to sit down and do your mathematics and plan based on what you have, based on your income, and be able to map it out. And the growth level you could get for yourself depends on the financial knowledge you have. So it's very important for everybody to have that financial knowledge, so that at every point in time you want to do something for yourself, you can be able to plan according to the knowledge you have.
Okay, let's take it from where you just left off. You talked about financial knowledge. How do you go about acquiring that particular knowledge? Do you have to be schooled about it, really?
All right, so, well, schooling is part of it, and you would also agree with me that when it comes to financial knowledge, there are a lot of financial information outside there that you can use to equip yourself when it comes to planning your finance, because, you know, everybody are limited to what they earn. And if you're earning your income and you are not able to plan it very well, you just realize that you may end up wasting all what you have. Yeah.
All right, fine. So, but if you intending to get into some sort of investment, and you need like maybe some sort of a financial plan, are there do's and don'ts? For instance, you want to invest in the stock market or in the real estate sector. Are there some things that you should be wary of?
All right, so one thing you need to know as also a financial expert, you need to understand some of the key things when it comes to investing in some of all these financial instruments, and also some investment that are available outside there that people are, you know, giving out to every individual that are interested. And the first thing is the risk aspect of it. So you have to consider the risk and be sure that where you are putting your money is going to come back to you. And looking at that, I've seen a lot of people, because of interest being offered by either the financial market, stock market, or maybe by a financial institution or by a finance company and end up losing all their capital. You know, it's like you investing 1 billion naira and you, because of the interest rate on 1 billion naira, you want to put 1 billion naira into an investment that is high risk. So the first thing you check when you're investing is the risk, the level of risk, which is very important. Then the next thing you need to check is the due diligence about the organization you're investing into, because you need to do due diligence. You need to know if the organization have the capacity to put your fund in there. And after then, you can now consider the return on investment, which is the last thing you need to consider when investing. So the don't aspect of it is that I've seen a lot of people keeping their money and not, making their money to work for them. It doesn't make good sense, because when you invest your money, then you make sure that you get good return on investment. So I will advise people to invest and not just to keep money. Then the second one is that don't spend your income or your future interest rate or whatever you want to get from the investment even before it matures. So you have to wait till it matures before you start planning on what to do with it, because it's possible you plan before that maturity and anything can happen and you may not be able to achieve your plan. So you have to be very calculative while doing all that.
It seems like a tactical process, because it's not everyone that can actually understand levels of risk, risk management, and what it takes to know the exact kind of investment mix to do. So, at what point would you actually need maybe like a financial advisor or someone who can actually push you in the direction that you should go when it comes to financial investments?
Okay, thank you very much. One thing I've seen is that a lot of people have their doctor, a lot of people have their lawyer, but one thing people have failed to do is to have their financial advisor, because everybody plan according to what they have. Where you are living, what you eat, the kind of car you use is based on what you have in terms of the money you have in your position. So if you have a financial advisor that always advises you on how to manage your monthly income or manage your funds at every point in time, then you'll be able to be guided on what to invest into and what not to invest into. So it's very important that as you're growing up in life, you have a financial advisor that can always be together with you to advise you what to put your money in and what not to put your money in.
Okay, it's very important. Let me just ask a very simple question specifically. A whole lot of people, they seem to be working, they have an earning, they receive salaries at the end of the month, or maybe their businesses bring them profit. By the end of the day, sometimes they find themselves that they are not able to keep above water, they're always in debt. Is it a thing of bad financial planning, or what exactly can be attributed to that?
Okay, I think it's just your financial planning, because financial planning is key. It's like planning your daily routine, because imagine you just wake up, you don't know where you're going. So if you don't pay serious attention to it, you realize that you end up spending money on what you don't need, and before you know, you overspend your funds, and at the end, you now be needing more. So when you have your income and you pay serious attention to planning it, you will know what to apportion for each of the things that you want to do. And that will put you in a proper planning. While you're doing that, you know what you're not supposed to do now that can wait later. Then you can arrange it in order of priority. The first one, the second one, the third one. The one you can postpone later, you can postpone. The one you need to do now, you can do now. But you have to ensure that on a daily basis or monthly basis or yearly basis, you have a clear and understanding financial planning that you want to have for yourself, so that you not spend unnecessarily.
All right, let's talk. When I started the show, I talked about two different camps: those that plan, the non-planners and the planners. While some people take out a particular portion of their salaries every month, they save towards retirement because they have to compulsorily do so because of where they work. The state, the federal government and pension policy and all of that. Other people are very conscious of a long-term plan where they want to be, where they want to go to in the next, say, 20, 25 years. But the question right now would be, what would you say to someone who feels that they don't really